Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I've got a window regulator on my 2015 Sierra right here that is not functioning, so we're gonna go ahead and get that taken care of. All right guys, welcome back. So today what we're working on is my truck. I got in the truck this morning to go somewhere and try to roll the window down, and it wouldn't roll down. So we've got either a regulator or a motor issue. I went ahead and bought an assembly that has both. It's like 20 bucks more to get everything. The motor itself is like $100, and then the regulator by itself is 100 and something bucks, but you can get both of them together for 130. And I actually had a coupon, so it was 110 bucks for both. So that's what I went with. So the first thing we got to do is get the door panel off. Before I do that though, I'm going to secure the window in place just so I don't forget to. I typically do that with door stops. But I have some around here somewhere, but the dog probably chewed them up. I can't find them. So I'm just going to use some shims. So you're just going to go down in between the window and the little felt window scrubber here and just get them snug, and that'll just put enough pressure on this that when we take the bolts out of the clamps on the window regulator, the window doesn't fall. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start getting the door panel taken off. So we have a few different areas that we need to get this thing loose. So one of them is down here in the cup holder, or not the cup holder, but the door handle. So if you see down here, we've got a little tab right here. So you're gonna put your screwdriver in there and just pry on that. It's a little difficult of an angle to get to. We may have to use a pick instead, so I'll probably have to work on that. And then in the door handle, there's another one. You can see, let's see, right there. There's a tiny little tab. Get up under there, pry that off, and that's going to reveal a bolt right there. So that'll have to come out. I'm gonna get a pick for this other one right here. So let me get that taken care of real quick. All right, so if we grab our pick, and this just gives us a little bit better angle for it. There we go. Pull that up. You can see we got two bolts down in there. And then the only other two bolts that we have to worry about are actually at the bottom of the door. So we got, one here and one right here. All right, so now that we have all of the bolts out, we're gonna go ahead and start prying this door panel off. So we're just gonna get up under here with a screwdriver and just start popping these clips loose. Some of these are really, really tight, so just be aware of that. So all I'm doing is getting in between the actual door skin and the door panel and just prying it out like that. There may be another screw underneath this switch panel, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've taken this door panel off. I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting this panel off. I really don't like the way this feels, but I'm pretty sure that it comes off here. There we go. Yep, it does. You just want to be really, really careful with these. So you can see, I don't know if you can tell yet, but there's a alignment tab here that goes up under there. So definitely want to try to pry this off from the bottom. You can hear that it's got a few clips under there. There we go. There's those alignment tabs, so just be really careful with this. There we go. And as you'll see, we've got all of our clips that stayed in there, unfortunately. And yes, we have a bolt down in here. And then we're gonna use a magnet, pull that out. And that should, yeah, that's got our door panel loose. We're going to go ahead and get these out and get them put back on that trim piece, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you just use your pocket screwdriver, get in the top of it, there's these little tabs. So if you just get in the top and push down on there, you can pry it out. So once you get these out, you'll notice that these little tabs are pulled out. So we got to get these pushed back, which is a little difficult because they are pretty stiff. So you're just going to get them angled backwards. And the reason you want to do that is because we're going to have to push them back onto our trim piece here. You can see how this one does. Those little barbs grab onto the plastic. And so we're going to have to push this back on here. Let's see where you can see. And if they're sticking up like that, they're kind of hard to get everything lined up. So we're just going to push them down. They don't have to be all the way down. You don't want them all the way down because you want them to be able to grab it. You just want them to have a little bit of an angle to them so that when you go to push it back on here, it can slide on there. So we're going to take it and then we're just going to slide it back into place. Just like that. So then when we go to put it back on, we've got all these clips on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these two taken care of, and then we'll be back with you here in just a minute. All right, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can get this door panel off of here the rest of the way. There we go. There we go. There it is. All right. To get the door handle disconnected, you're just going to push down on this, pull it back, and then you're going to rotate it and pop it out. And then over here, let's see. So we've got an electrical connector here. All right, so to get this connector loose, you've got a little lock here. This maroon part, you're going to slide that back. This little tab pushes down, and that loosens this lever, and then you just disconnect that. All right, so now that we have the door panel out of the way, next thing we got to do is get this cover off. So to do that, we're going to pull this off of here. All right, and then this just has some just kind of sticky stuff on it. So we're just going to start peeling that away. You can do just a little bit at a time and just make sure that you're leaving as much of that in place as you can. All right, so now that we have the door panel off, we can see our window motor and our regulator assembly. So that's this metal piece here, and then this is our motor. So what we need to do is get that out of there. We have a couple bolts. So there's a bolt right here on one of the window clamps. There's some clamps on this regulator that clamp down onto that window. So there's one right here. It probably shows up right here. There it is. All right, so we got a clamp here and a clamp here, and I'll just show you what those look like. So we've got a bolt right there, and then we have one here. So we're going to take both of those out, and then the bolts that actually hold the window regulator and motor assembly in are going to be this one, this one, this one, this one, and then this one holds the motor in. This right here is just a, it just holds an electrical connector. So this is why I like door stops, because I can put them in here. This is a bigger gap, and I'm actually losing my grip on my window. I don't know if you can see it starting to come down. So I'm gonna have to get some more shims and put them on this side. I also prefer door stops because they're softer, and this is tinted glass. So they're soft, but they grip because they're rubber. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm doing here to keep from scratching my tent. But I'm gonna go get some more shims and we'll try to secure this in place. All right, so I used a rag and a shim, and I'm hoping that gives me enough holding power, which it looks like it will. Once you get the bolt end of these out, you can kind of wiggle it around. Every regulator is a little bit different in the way that it comes out of the cavity here. And some of them are incredibly difficult, and some of them come out pretty easily. There we go. All right, so this is our window regulator. I believe the motor must be bad because the cable looks like it's in decent shape. And a lot of times if the cable breaks, your window will fall. So it's got to be the motor. But we're just going to go ahead and get the new one in here and get it bolted up. One thing you want to be sure of is that you reach down in here and make sure you didn't lose any bolts or pieces. I know I lost one piece and it's right here. So this is one of the window clamps. So it just slides up on there and clamps, and this is where our bolt goes. So it'll draw that clamp together. So you just want to make sure that you get everything out of your door cavity so you don't leave anything behind, anything for stuff to get hung up on, or if it's a part that you need, you don't want to leave it in there. The new regulator should have new window clamps on it. All right, so we've got this regulator here, so we're gonna have to get so we got a couple things to do. So first thing we got to do is pull off these little protectors on our bolts, and then this is going to sit in the door like this. All right, so I'm going to see if we can get this in first. All right, so we've got it set in there. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get these bolts up in place. There's one. And one thing you want to do while you're doing this is make sure that your regulator arms or supports are on the correct side of the window. Sometimes when you're putting this up in here, depending on where the window's sitting, you could get it on the wrong side of the window, and then you'll try to get it connected and it's not going to work. So I'm having that issue on this one right here, and that's actually because it slid down a little bit. All right, so this arm right here was wanting to get up behind the window, but based on where our clamps are on it, it has to be on this side of the window. So just make sure that you're paying attention to that when you're getting this put up in there. All right, so now that we've got that on there, we're going to go ahead and plug in our window motor connector. And then I'm going to run the, I got to get my door panel and get it reconnected. And then we're going to run the motor up until it connects with the window. And then we'll get it pushed up all the way, and then we'll tighten down our points. All right, so I got that reconnected. So we're going to go ahead and run this up. So we got to get these clamps loose a little bit so that they can actually fit over this window. And you got to get them positioned correctly. There we go. Now we'll take these out so we don't have any resistance on the window. All right, and then we're going to run this up all the way till it won't go anymore. Then we'll tighten down these clamps. All right, now we'll check it. All right, so the express up is not working, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that. There's probably a programming thing that you have to do. A lot of these motors or modules have to know when it is. Usually you just have to run the window up and then continue holding the switch, but that's not working here. So I'm gonna have to look up how to make that work. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and put this panel back on, and then get the door panel on, and we should be all done. So let's just make sure you get your little tabs up in there first, and then snap your trim piece in place. All right, y'all, well, that does it for this one. If it was helpful, if you like the content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you can get notified of when we post new videos, and we will see you guys on the next one.